microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker, microphone checker.
You're tuned in to Mic Check Media, y'all. My name is Ghagged. This is your one-stop shop for hip-hop. Dope interviews, dope artists. Stay tuned.
Hey, yo, what up? This your man Kendrick, Mic Check Media. We on location, baby. We out kicking it in front of Starbucks, kicking it with my girl Ghagged, female MC.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
So what's good? What's been going on?
Well, I just released my project called Wine and Graffiti. Got the video out there circulating. And that's what's been going on. Just doing the music. Heavy this year. 2013 going into 2014 is about to be crazy. Yeah.
Man, look, we definitely appreciate you taking time out to chop it up with Mic Check Media, talk about the album, talk all things hip hop.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. I thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no problem,
really
no doubt. Now, we were just on set with you a few weeks ago. You were shooting a video for the new LP, Wine and Graffiti.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about Wine and Graffiti.
Yes.
The name, what's behind, and what's motivating behind this new LP.
Yes, certainly. Wine and Graffiti is a title that I've had in my mind for years, actually, because I felt like I took such a hiatus from doing anything from my earlier years doing this when I was in a group and breaking out, doing my own thing. I did release a little, an EP, which was great, but after that, I kind of went on a hiatus, and I felt like when it was time for me to drop it again, that it would be like wine. It would have just gotten better with age because it took so long, you know what I'm saying? So I let a lot of things fester, a lot of life experiences happen, and now I just felt like it was a time for it to uncork. The graffiti part just comes from just it being straight up hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? You don't get more hip-hop than graffiti on the wall, and I feel like as an artist, when you're writing, it's like you're painting on a canvas, you know what I'm saying? So you paint this rugged, raw picture, so that's the whole idea behind Wine and Graffiti. Wine is also another name for inspiration, and so far people that have heard it have felt inspired, you know what I'm saying? And so it's doing exactly what I envisioned it to do. Inspire, hit hard and heavy with the hip-hop boom bap, taking it back to the essence, and yeah, that's what Wine and Graffiti is. I know we're gonna edit that like crazy, but
Oh no, it's cool. So definitely, just getting back to the concept of your early beginnings in hip hop.
Yeah.
What were some of your influences that put you in the game?
Oh my God, I grew up with all brothers, and constantly, every day that we were in the house, you heard everything from NWA to Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Dana Dane, Biz Markie, MC Light, Queen Latifah. I'm an 80s baby. So everything that was great when hip-hop was first starting to blossom, I got it all. Antoinette, you know what I'm saying? Roxanne Shante, all that good stuff. Like, that's what I came up on, like I would be sitting in 6th grade in class reciting MC Light. Don't ask me to recite it now, because it's been a minute, because like I said, I'm an 80s baby, but like, yeah, Light was a real heavy influence. All of them from the 80s. Deep.
Yeah, no doubt. Now you definitely representing for, the female MCs.
Yes.
Now, yourself being a female MC, how do you feel that female MCs have been portrayed over the last 10 years, and speak a little bit about the evolution of the female MC and what your mission is to, bring that back to the forefront.
I think over the last 10 years, female MCs haven't been portrayed as it should be, like in its entirety. It goes beyond what the media is putting out there. You have so many more notches and levels to female artists in hip-hop than what you see on TV, and y'all know what I'm talking about. But to each his own. My whole thing is that I always believed in having a balance, because you're gonna have people who want the other side, the raunchiness,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, open your legs and you know what I'm saying. There's a time and a place for that, but then there's no balance on the scale of the media to present that to the young girls that are out there listening. All they see is what they get, like your Nickies and there's so many out there, the Azalea Banks and all those other girls out there. But yeah, So I think it's evolved in a way where we can do it larger on a bigger scale. We miss the presence of like Lauren, Bahamadia, um, oh gosh, so many other artists. What was the girl from Diggable Planets?
Doodlebug, if I'm not mistaken, was it? I can't
Lady
look.
Mecca, Ladybug, Ladybug. We
Ladybug.
miss like Ladybug. Um, oh geez, you know, in the past 10 years we haven't got that. Like at least 10 years ago, before all of this started happening, we had a balance. Like you had Lauren, but then you had Lil Kim. So we had two different sides, you know.
Right,
It was
right,
like a
right.
buffet. We could listen to Lauren and then you can turn around and listen to Kim. You know what I'm saying? When you felt that side, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to get that side out of you.
Yeah, no
But we
doubt.
don't have that. It kind of went more so on that part because I guess, you know, sex sells. That became more popular. So it kind of like dwindled away from just the organic, just regular normal female, you know. And what I want to bring is that balance back. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not totally, you know what I'm saying, head wrap, fist in the air, whatever. I'm just doing me. I'm a normal chick. I work 2 jobs and I rhyme and I talk about my life and I write witty wordplay and that's me. And that's what I want to bring back, that normalcy, just the normal chick rhyming, doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to go deep, open, get naked and go crazy to sell records. Just be normal. You know what I'm saying? Just be normal.
Right. Gotta add that normalcy to it.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the name.
Yes.
You got a different spelling,
I sure do.
and let's talk
And I'm
about.
not ashamed of it.
Yeah. Let's get into that a little bit.
It's mad variations as to why I have a GH. You know,
Okay.
it's Jagged, not Ghagged, not Gag. Ghagged, Jagged. No, it's Jagged, spelled with a GH. And when I was younger, and I first got in there, my brother is actually the one who dubbed the name Jagged on me. I think I was probably about maybe 14, 15 at the time. And we were just kicking it. I was already well into rhyming, well-rounded, but I didn't have a name. I was
Okay.
just Markeisha. And one day we're in the house and we're just spitting in the cipher. My brother's like, man, your flow so Jagged, you spit so fast. 'Cause at the time, I was one of them fast spitters.
Right.
You know, and I still spit fast from time to time, but at that time I was, you know what I'm saying, just kind of cramming all my words together. And it was just like, and he was like, man, you spit Jagged. That should be your name. It should be Jagged. And I was like, you know what? I like that. So I kept the name Jagged. Actually, it was Jagged Edge. Excuse me. So a couple years later, R&B group comes out.
Right.
Jagged Edge. So I dropped the Edge, kept the Jagged. But then I was like, you know what? I don't like it just being Jagged. I think I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna add a GH. And I just did. It made sense to me. I don't know. That was just in my brain. But anyway, nobody really questioned it back then, and it just kind of stuck with me. I guess because we were younger, and when you're younger, that don't matter. As long as you hot, okay, your name Jagged with a GH, we don't care. But
Right.
it just stuck with me. And as I grew and as I matured, it actually became an acronym for me because I'm like, okay, well, if it's GH, I'm getting older. People want to know why you got GH. I said, well, you know, my spiritual side. You know what I'm saying? I love Christ. You know, I was like, well, in everything I do, I give him glory. I said, God has glory eternally and daily. So then I dubbed it like that, you know. And it just stuck with me, you know what I'm saying? So that's the whole story behind Jagged.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Man. Deep story. Definitely
Many
deep.
different variations.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the first single, The High.
Yes,
Man, loving that joint.
thank you.
So dope.
I
mean,
love it
was
too.
glad to be able to take part and be on set.
Yeah,
You know,
it was
and-
fun.
and
We
it
had
was
a
definitely
ball
fun.
that day.
Croc Street Tunnel, off the
Yeah,
chain.
I love that spot.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
just, oh my God, so urban. I love it.
Yeah, if you're in Atlanta, man, you
Yeah,
got,
you got to.
That's
gotta
one of
go to Croc
one of the
Street.
spots that you got to check out. I mean, the
Definitely.
graffiti that goes up, you know, it just embodies all the elements of hip hop.
It really does. It really does. And
yeah.
it was perfect for wine and graffiti because I mean that's like a tunnel of graffiti, endless graffiti. I was
Right.
like, oh, that'd be perfect. So I knew
Yeah.
when I wanted to do the video, it had to be there because I had been there before. Shout out to Rick Thompson, who we filmed a little segment of a song of mine back then a few years ago. Want to shout out Ricky Thompson. He was the one that put me on the Krog Street because that's where he wanted to go. And when I
Yeah.
went there, I was like, man, this place is amazing because I was new to Atlanta then. So
Okay.
I was only maybe a couple years fresh here. So as soon as we went, I fell in love. Like, oh, this place is so dope.
Man.
Oh my God. So
Yeah, it's definitely you know, a
Yeah.
great place to be. You know, you check out Atlanta. You want to check out the underground and hip hop scene. That's one of the spots that you know you can go and people do videos there, photos. You know, pretty much you name it. I mean, it's a great place
yeah,
to be.
yeah. That night when we rolled back over there, because we had to go get one of my best friend's car, because we rode with somebody else to the next location to shoot. When we rolled back through the tunnel, there were more people out there shooting videos, taking pictures. So I was like, yeah, very popular spot.
Now, one scene in that video had to been tough when they had to. You were actually hanging upside down.
I was hanging upside down. You can add stunt woman to my resume. I was really hanging upside down.
And
It wasn't my idea. That part was not my idea. That was, shout out to Fish Grease Media who filmed. That was his idea, because I told him when I did it, I wanted to do something different. I didn't know he was gonna come that damn different. Excuse my friend. I was like, okay. And me, I'm not afraid to do anything new.
Right.
But I mean, I was just like, okay, we're really gonna do this. And they're like, we got you. We ain't gonna drop you. I was like, yeah, because if you drop me, it's gonna be a problem. Like really. But it worked.
yeah, it was dope. I mean,
It
the
worked.
shot to see the before and the after effect in
Yeah.
the video. I mean, it was a great concept.
It was great.
And shout out to Fish Grease for, you know,
Yes, fishgreasemedia.com. Rafael Gutierrez, he's a beast.
yeah, it was dope. It was
Yeah,
definitely
it
dope.
was. It was. I was sore for a week after that.
Wow.
Because, you know, hey, you don't hang upside down every day.
No.
So I was hurt for like a week. I was like, I can't even move my stomach because it was like I had to hold myself like, oh God, I'm in pain. But it was cool. I never did anything like that before,
Hey,
so
what
it
you
was
do
good.
for the
It
name
was
of hip-hop.
exactly. It was a great
You know,
experience.
yeah.
Yep.
So let's talk about the concepts behind your music, your writing, what goes into a song.
Yes.
You know, and
Oh,
putting
God.
together a song. Because a lot of people don't know how much effort and how much work it takes to put a track together.
Yeah.
You know, from the bars to the hooks, everything.
Yeah, everything.
And as far as what you write about, your song, your content, let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I know for me, again, my inspiration comes from life experiences. It comes from looking at a different object. Anything can kind of inspire me, and if I have the right track, it'll flow. It'll just flow. Like The High, for example.
Yeah.
If you delve into the lyrics, you know, you can tell that it's a story about a gentleman, you know, that made me a third wheel one night, literally at the High Museum.
Wow.
So that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? I came home. It was my muse, you know, and I wrote a song from that. That song actually took me just probably 2 days to do. I did the track as well on that
Wow.
one. So yeah, it's just me, FL9, and a MIDI board. And I went in and I found the right sample that I wanted to chop, and it just flowed from there. You know, when I heard the sample, the music is what kind of helped me to realize, hey, that situation will flow real right nice over this beat right here, you know, because it was something fresh. So I get inspired from real life. Like a lot of the stuff that you would hear within my lyrics are real life, straight up. Like, you know, I got some stuff that's kind of like fantasy, and not even just my own experiences, but even other people's experiences may inspire a song. And it varies, you know what I'm saying? Like The High maybe took me a couple days, like I said. Other songs might take a week, might take a month. You know, I
Yeah.
might have a verse sitting around that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna let that marinate. And then, you know, something might happen one day, and it's a month later, and I'll be like, I can finish that verse now. You know, it just really depends, but it does take a lot, especially when you're doing your own production. Because cats out here be trying to hit you in the head, but, you know.
Man, but I was just about to say, you know, I knew you wrote, you know, versatile, but you also produce.
Yeah.
Man, and that track is bananas.
Thank you.
Man, hats off to you. That, hey,
Hey, I came around some really great producers back home in Virginia, so that helped me a lot.
well, you breathing
lot.
some life into hip hop. And
Thank
for
you.
that, you know, my hats off to you.
Thank
Much
you.
respect, much respect. You know, I
No
knew.
doubt.
I mean, the writing is key. Then you singing as well,
Mhm.
as well as behind the board. So
And I actually sang before I started emceeing. That
Okay.
was my first. My dad is a guitar player. He plays the lead Stratocaster. He kills it. He's great. Shout outs to Daddy. I love you. Oh my God. But the music came from him, and he's the one who taught me how to do harmony, We had a little keyboard. He taught me how to play a chord on the keys, and from that chord it just went off.
Wow.
So hats off to my dad, because he's the one that really started me on this thing.
And a lot of music influences hip hop.
Yes.
And
yeah.
you mentioned your dad and what he's playing. What are some of the old school joints outside of hip hop that's kind of be some musical influences? Because I hear them horns in the high.
Oh my God.
That funk is there.
70s all day. 70s. My dad played Kool and the Gang like nobody's business. Just as much as my brothers were playing NWA and the rest of them.
Yeah.
He would play George Benson, Kool and the Gang, and Michael Jackson are the top 3 that I remember.
Okay.
No, he loved him some MJ.
Yeah.
And like Michael McDonald?
Oh yeah, Michael
all
McDonald
of
from the Dewey Brothers.
And those just that 70s sound, I love that. Like if I believed in reincarnation, I would have to believe that I was reincarnated from the 70s somewhere.
Yeah.
Like maybe 50s and growing up in the 70s as an adult, because I gravitate to that music so much, and it makes great hip hop music. It makes great beats.
Yeah,
it makes great music, and because it's real music, and it's so organic and raw and natural. I love anything from the 70s. Sometimes I'll go on AccuRadio and just go in. I'll just go to Motel California and click it and let it ride, because it just feels so good.
yeah, and that music is just timeless.
Yeah,
and it's a generation of music that's never going to be duplicated.
Never.
Because things. It just seems like now as technology has evolved, it's made stuff a lot easier.
Yes.
For people to just go in.
Yeah.
And just like that, they got a beat.
Yeah.
And you're talking about some cats who in the 70s they had to sit around. They didn't have all this stuff.
Oh my God.
All they had was the bare instrument.
The bare instrument.
And maybe a rhythm or something that they came up with in their head.
Exactly.
And then actually write this sheet music.
Exactly.
And lay out a track.
Exactly.
And
Brilliant.
all the steps they had to go to.
Brilliance.
Yeah, and you got to show some kind of appreciation for
Oh my God, absolutely.
And hip hop embodies all of that. That's what I love about hip hop.
Yes,
it takes that sound. Sure, we had some artists that had some issues with the sample clearance and stuff like that. But I don't believe it's disrespect.
Not at all.
I believe it's just paying homage.
I think it's reviving what was. You know, there have been of course, how they started bringing out, the samples that certain stuff derive from, and when you go back and you listen to the original, you have an appreciation for that original all over again.
Yes.
So like I don't have a problem. I sample heavy boom bap. This is the essence. I'm a sample that on it.
No doubt.
We got a problem. We'll deal with that later. But I'll get it out there. But like you were saying, technology has made it so easy. It's also made it easy to take those same sounds from the 70s and kind of manipulate it in a way where you can have your own sound.
Yeah.
And it's unrecognizable, which is good too. And I like that part too. Still, you know what I'm saying? You gotta respect where it came from though. But that music, that the creativity that went into them making those sounds just create a whole nother world. It creates layers upon layers upon layers of all kinds of music, that we can do now with technology. You can take an old horn and a drum and make it sound like a synthesizer or something,
Yeah, and it's just a whole new thing that, of them taking music and then just taking it to another level. I think it's elevation. Like I said, I believe it's just paying homage. I don't think it's no disrespect.
Nope, I don't think it is
at
either.
all. And some people get mad about it, and that's one of the reasons. I know you mentioned the way you can take technology and take a sound and kind of flip it.
You can flip it
and make it your own.
Make it your own.
And there's a lot of producers, a lot of good producers that know how to do it well.
Yes.
And for the sake of hip hop, I won't name names, but some of them are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
And one of them in particular, he spoke on it after a track on a record.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of named names because somebody else figured out what he was doing, and they actually listed on the credits. They listed him as doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in other words, he's kind of like dry snitching. So if it comes out, then we didn't have the sample clearance. Then hey, this is who I got it from. And he kind of went in on it. But I mean, you know, that just reminded me of that when you
Yeah.
said that, and I mean, that's just one of the things. It's
This
part
is
of it,
yeah,
and I
it's, part,
love
it's
hip
part
hop.
of it. It's part of it. It's like if you know if you're gonna be doing beats and you're gonna be chopping and you're gonna be sampling, you take that risk. You know, I've taken a risk and I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. I'm totally confident. Whatever it is makes for great hip hop music.
It
And
does.
big ups to everybody I chopped. All right, all of them. Thank you. Yes.
Now, one thing that I always like to ask artists when we're doing interviews is to maybe give the fans something that's different and unique about you that nobody might know.
Us like not dealing with music.
It could be anything. It's just, you know, something out of, we kind of go out the box sometimes.
Well, see, that wouldn't be out the box, because if you follow me on Instagram or anything, y'all know I love my cat. That's my baby. I can actually get on a drum set and ride a groove.
Wow.
I can do that. Just a few. I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm totally, what's the word, a novice.
Yeah.
I'm not but I can ride a beat. I can ride a beat and, you know what I'm saying? We can go in and you can spit something, but I'm not like Questlove or anything. But I like the drums.
Wow.
So I can play drums. I can play a basic beat.
Get a funky drum or something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right, so now definitely, you know, tell the fans where we can find your music, your websites. Let us know what's coming up for you, project-wise.
Yes, you can find me on Bandcamp. My album, it's a free digital album, y'all. It'll be free, for a while, actually. I made it like that because I want the people to ultimately get familiar. So I'm not charging. It's a free download. You can find me at Ghagged, GHAGGED.bandcamp.com. Go there. You can stream the music or you can download the album, whatever. And I'm still gonna keep to what I said on Facebook. If you're one of the first 100 downloaders, I'm gonna randomly select out of that 100. I'm gonna get you a bottle of wine. I'm not lying. I'm serious about that. Like, it won't be just your average bottle either. Seriously, drink on me, a bottle on me. Can't get no better than that. So just download it, and if you like wine, you can get a free bottle. Yeah, you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter. Same Ghagged, but it's Ghagged Inc. Ghagged INC. Instagram is Spit Ghagged. Let's see, where else am I on? Twitter. We covered Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and Bandcamp. Oh, you can find me. You can go on mtv.com /artists and look for me. I'm up there too. And y'all go ahead and stream those in, because you know, I want them to play that video to high on MTV too. So y'all be sure to definitely hit me up there.
No doubt. Hey, look, it's been an honor, you know, a privilege.
Thank you.
To chop it up.
Thank
you
you
know,
so much for
I
having
appreciate you taking
me.
time out. Yeah,
No doubt. Yes, indeed.
Definitely.
Mike Check Media, y'all. They're amazing. Check them out.
Hey, you heard it first. I'm your man Kendrick, signing off from Mike Check Media, baby. Peace.
Peace.
Microphone check up.